Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
Good morning, Babz. We're in the echo chamber.
We're in the echo chamber? All right. Hello, everybody, body.
Okay, it's not.
I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. This is LoveBabz, LoveTalk. It's a little after 9. It's raining, Harry. I had to jump up and run. I'm late because I was running around closing windows. I didn't realize it was going to be pouring.
Yeah, it's, I haven't even looked outside, but I know it's raining because my bones hurt like a mother.
Mine don't hurt. So I was like, rain? I thought we were getting rain on Thursday.
Yeah, you're old when you could tell the weather by the joints.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, when I broke my ankle when I was a kid, and for a long time I could tell when the weather was gonna happen. Just saying. So.
Sorry, you walked away a second there.
So it's what? Today's what? Tuesday?
Wednesday. Yesterday I thought it was Friday. So. Ooh.
Let's see what's going on in the world. What did I see that was crazy? Oh, did you see the guy they were having a party at their house? The old guy sitting in his chair, and the fire is breaking out.
No.
Carrie, the old guy was sitting in his comfortable chair and the flames are going up the wall. He didn't even know.
He didn't know, or he just said?
No, he didn't know. And so there was a party in another part of the house. So they had to come and rescue him. I was like, what?
Because that's something I would do. It's like just just watch everything go up in flames around me.
Oh my God, Harry. And then let's see what else. Oh, then the firefighters I think it was New York. They had to rescue a woman. They had to go on the roof and go down with the ropes, and then pull her up and take her up to the roof to save her.
Firemen are true heroes.
Yeah, the true heroes, Harry. Because I'd be standing on the roof looking like,
When you standing on that roof, I'd be like, ooh.
ooh. Yeah, like, she can't jump. We can't make no pallet on the ground. We don't got like a portable trampoline, like.
Well, I always you remember it those inflatable whatever you call it. They used to be in all the movies where people used
Right.
and I don't see the firemen use that.
Was that just like some made up Hollywood stuff, Harry? Because I swear to God.
I know, because you see people actually jumping out of windows and the people downstairs trying to catch them. I'm like, where's the inflatable?
I think that was made up, Harry. I don't know if that was real. I think that was for like movie stuff. I'm just saying.
Okay, wife. Yeah, Karen said, why can't I see you on Facebook?
Oh, hey, Karen. See, she's the producer. She got to know those things. Ooh, Harry, there's a good sale on Ellerkey.
What's that?
It's a plus size fashion site. Ooh, Harry. I'll be right back. No. Ooh. Like $22.
Did you see the people being chased by a grizzly on the trail?
Oh my God, Harry!
And people are yelling, "Don't run!" Yeah, right.
I'm like, Harry, I'm sorry. If there's a football field between me and the bear, I'm gonna keep running.
What are your better chances? Kneel down into a ball and wait for the bear to come
and eat you?
And eat you, or you got 100 yards between you. Why not take off?
Because he's gonna get you. But they didn't get him, right? It was just one bear, right?
Yeah, it was just one really big bear.
And it was like 4 or 5 of them, right?
Yeah, and I mean it seemed to, these animals are just too intelligent, right? So it's like the bear understands English, and it just stopped chasing them. It was like it was moving slowly towards them. Like the bear seemed to be hunting them.
Harry.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, these animals have had enough.
Yeah.
These animals are like, we are taking back our land. Like these little white supremacists. These bears are like, don't let me get some firearms.
They're like, we're taking America back.
These wild animals are taking America back, Harry. Next thing you know, you're gonna see T-shirts. They're not playing.
They're gonna be roaming the woods with a MAGA hat.
And Harry, honest to God, they're the only ones that legit could wear that.
The unfortunate part is making America great again for them is us being eaten.
Yes, us being not here.
Yeah, so I'm not down with that.
Oh my God! But they could legit do it, Harry. God.
But I never understand the don't run, thing.
Because you know why? Because I think somebody has tested that theory.
Well, yeah, if you're in a straight line, don't run, right? Because the bear is gonna he starts off moving very slow, but once he gets up to speed, he's running at about 30 miles an hour, and you're done.
You cannot get in your car fast enough.
Yeah, you're done. It's like the people with taking pictures of the bison a couple of weeks ago. It's like and the person taking the video from his car somewhere far is going, how close does she need to get? You're taking a picture, just zoom. How close does she need to get?
These people must forget they have a little zoom button on their camera. Like you could be on the balcony somewhere and zoom and be like right there. What is wrong with these people? That's what Zoom is for.
It's like they want to get close enough to shake the animal's hands or something.
Oh, I don't know. They want the authenticity of like, I was really right there. You are stupid. I guess they'll be saying that at your eulogy too.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I saw that, Harry. I saw it last night. I was like texting. I was like, oh wait, I can't text. It's too late. But it was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, these people are crazy.
And then two of them took off. The one guy stood there, he's like, don't run. And he's calm. And I'm like, yeah, but the bear just saw the people you were with run. So it's not
right.
It's not like he's gonna treat you, he's gonna say, oh, you didn't run, so hey. You're good with me. You didn't run.
Oh my God, Harry. I was like, what is going on? You know what? I bet you it'll cure them from being in the daggone woods.
Well, you see, the thing is that you hear somebody, whoever was videotaping it, is going, get off the trail. Get off the trail. Why are there trails going through the homes? Yeah, I mean, let's face it. We don't let people come through our homes. Why are there trails going through the living room of this bear?
Because that is privilege. That is disregard for, because people think that, oh, it'll be safe. And I'm sure 90% of the time, Harry, it is safe.
Sure, yeah, it's safe. It's really safe. Okay. It's like, we're having a problem. We're getting more and more mountain lions coming onto our deck. Yeah, because you live in the mountains.
Yeah, stop building your houses. Stop building your houses and encroaching on their.
Yeah, stop moving into their house. You're moving your house in the middle of their living room.
Yes.
That's not cool. So,
yeah. Oh, Harry, it was a bear and its cubs, right? Well, or was that a different one?
That's a different one.
Okay.
Maybe this bear had cubs in the area.
That's probably what spooked it. Like,
or they came close. Maybe the bear was hunting to bring food back.
Yeah. See, I'm looking at it now.
And they must have gotten close. So
I'm looking at it now, Harry. Oh shit! I mean, oh shoot! That bear is hauling after them.
It's huge, right? I'm like, okay.
Oh, and they're like screaming. What, they're trying to scream to make noise to like warn them or scare the bear?
No, they're warning them. Some people are warning them. So
they're telling them don't run. Oh, I see. They're way over there, and the bear is cutting across.
Yeah, I'm not down with that. Don't run.
Well, the bear's not really chasing them.
Well, it was creeping.
Yeah.
So they must have gotten close to something it cares about. But that's the thing. Got these trails. You don't know where the bears are setting up their little dens. So it's crazy.
Here's another one, Harry, where they were kayakers in the river. Oh, this is 2 years ago. And I get, the river is where the bears fish. Like, that's their refrigerator, right? Like, that's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they're in the water, and the bear like charges the kayakers. Oh my God! This was 2 years ago. That kayaker on the right side of your screen, who was leading a group of river rafters with a locally based adventure. Oh my God! River on Thursday, barely sees the bear coming. That is
there needs to be brakes on those kayaks, so this way you need to have brakes.
It needs some jet things to like.
Oh,
bear!
Wait,
my God!
Oh my God, those things are crazy.
And he can't row his way faster than that bear can swim.
No, forget that.
Oh my God, Harry, that would cure me. If nothing would cure me from that, that would cure me. Well, he didn't get killed, so.
Hey. That's something, right? Most people survive all these attacks, right? Because the animals are trying to scare you off from whatever they're protecting.
Yeah.
They don't want to. I mean, they do every once in a while take a bite out of humans, but that's not their intention to eat humans.
Yeah. Oh, so what they're saying is, there was a dead elk on the other side of the river, and so the bear was just, making sure nobody was messing with his food.
Yeah. They should be protecting something.
Listen, I ain't mad at them. That's how I get down. I don't want nobody breaking in my house stealing my food either. So
Forget breaking in. When my granddaughters are here, I'm protecting my food from them. I'm like, whoa.
Oh my God.
But did you see today on Good Morning America a commercial airliner was coming down. He was at 3,000 feet, and he radios in, we have a problem here. We just saw a man.
Oh yeah, the man with the jetpack.
What? 3,000 feet?
Can they go that high?
No, I didn't know we had that technology.
Oh.
So hold on. This is getting really crazy now. Is the government testing jetpacks above the sky so we don't see it? Or are aliens just, they must have left their ship and they were, I don't know. It's getting crazy. We did not know there was technology like that.
I knew we had jetpacks. I didn't know they could go that high, Harry. I just thought they could just that changes the game.
Of course, so that means that there's, we've been talking about, right, the top 1% and everybody else. Is the top 1% living in the skies? Do they have mansions in the skies now? Are they hold on, we're worried about cars and there's people flying?
Harry, that changes the game.
So
for travel,
real. The Jetsons are real.
So I could possibly be somewhere on my own time frame in a jetpack. Look, I could be in Jersey in 20 minutes.
So the pilot and the co-pilot, it wasn't just one guy. So the pilot and the co-pilot witnessed a guy.
Imagine Harry be like, command. There's a guy. There's a guy flying next to us. You mean like another plane is too close? No. I mean, there's a guy in a jetpack. You mean like the Jetsons jetpack?
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't see this on the radar? Like, you don't see? They're like, no, we don't see it.
That's some new stuff. I mean,
we don't see it. Like, they didn't see it, Harry. Like, they didn't see that on radar.
It's so small. They don't pick up the drones that flying that high.
Oh, really? I didn't know they couldn't pick up the drones.
Yes, sometimes.
Oh, that's dangerous.
They actually the airplanes actually call in and say, there's a problem here. There's a drone, and it's causing a visual with the reflectors and stuff like that. So it becomes really dangerous up there.
Oh God.
So that's why they've created these laws.
You know what, Harry? It is time for humans to get off the earth.
Well, Babz, I think somebody did get off the earth. They're flying around in the skies.
I think it's time for humans to get off the earth. Don't you think? It's time, Harry.
It's just crazy, but
we're just ruining the earth.
We know the government hides stuff from us. But there's flying 3,000 feet.
I know, that's a lot. I don't know if I want that job, Harry. Like, I don't want to be the jetpack guy.
Is that part of the the Space Force? Are they policing the skies?
Is that what they do though? Like, what's going on up there?
That's the question. What is going on up there?
No explanation. Like, they didn't haul the guy in for questioning.
Haul him in. Was the pilot supposed to get out and arrest him? They don't know where he came from.
Harry, you get close enough, you get a hook, right? And you just
you got to put a crane now on top of the plane. This
You
one.
gotta get a big net and just like toss it out there and haul them in like catch.
This is insane now. I
Well,
mean,
I need somebody to talk to that person. Don't
but
you want somebody to talk to that person?
I need somebody to talk to me about it. I want to know how long they've had this technology. How long, why have they been hiding it? And does this eliminate fossil fuels? What are they
I don't know.
using?
Harry, I don't know if it's hiding is the right word. Like, do you want that capability?
No, but you see, if our technology,
It might make mail delivery better.
if our technology has leaped so far ahead, and they're keeping us now, it's funny calling right now the Stone Ages, but if our technology is so far ahead that it eliminates fossil fuels, it eliminates a lot of things, they should let us know. Or
Yeah.
are they just hiding everything from us because it would disrupt the economy? It would be an earthquake to the economy if we discover, hey, we don't have to pay for energy. You know, if we don't have to pay for energy, then that eliminates the oil and all of that stuff. So and that's the lifeblood of America, the oil industry. So hey, I'm very skeptical of all of this stuff. I'm a conspiracy theorist to begin with. But
Yeah, Harry, but one guy in a jetpack, I don't know, can't solve all of that yet. Because
but
can you imagine?
Babz, 3,000 feet. It's like, so did he see Iron Man? Did did he see freaking the Marvel guy? Is Iron Man real? What is he doing flying that high? And how much fuel do you have in your jetpack that you're confident enough to go 3,000 feet? You're confident enough to go that high.
But can you breathe? Like I'm not understanding how you could breathe in.
You know how much fuel our planes carry to be able to be that high
Yeah.
and sustain itself? So a jetpack, how big was his jetpack?
That's what I mean. I have questions, Harry. I have legitimate, real questions.
But it was a story that they mentioned and they just moved on.
I have questions.
I have a lot of questions.
Don't you have a lot of questions? I have a lot of questions.
So, but I don't plan. Let's get this clear. I don't plan on flying solo.
That's what I mean. I was like, hey, are you interested in that?
No.
I'm not interested in that.
I don't want to go above my 2-level condo. I'm good.
Harry, I don't even. There's no level I want to go to. Like,
you're right, because I want to downsize to a 1-level ranch type thing where
me too, Harry.
I don't even have to climb stairs. So,
me too.
But it is interesting. I love stuff like that makes you question everything. Flying high in the air.
But I haven't heard anything else about it. Have you?
No, they mentioned it on Good Morning America.
They mentioned it, but okay, what?
I have to, in order to learn more about it, Babz, I have to not be able to sleep at 3:00 in the morning and turn on conspiracy radio.
No, I'm not doing
that in the last few days. I've actually
well, don't do that then.
No, I've actually slept, so I'm good. So
no, don't do that. I don't want you doing that. That's a little crazy.
Well, you say that, but think about it. In Men in Black, you remember when who's the guy who plays opposite Will Smith?
Oh, the white guy?
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy. So he picks up the Inquirer and all those things. And Will Smith goes, "What are you doing? That's garbage." He goes, "This is the real news." So that's where I'm at with conspiracy radio. You might get a lot of crazy stuff, but there's some truth in some of the craziness. It's just that the government wants you to think it's so absurd it can't be true.
Oh God. Yeah. That might be true, Harry. Even you saying that, it's like a little conspiracy theory shit. I mean, oops.
Babz, you keep mentioning Adam Schiff. I don't know why.
As we were talking about Adam Schiff.
Spoke with Paul yesterday.
Oh, how is Paul? Is he back in town?
He's back. He's good. He called me to he missed the debates.
What debates?
That we normally would do in the office.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we had a nice little debate for about 20 minutes. And he was like, "Oh, I really missed this stuff." But we talked about, probably not, more than likely not being able to go back this year. So, but he's doing well. He's doing well. Good to hear from him.
I mean, there's a lot of places that are. Yeah.
Oh, I have a line that I have to say that he sent me. Hold on.
Okay, what's the line?
This is radio. You can't have complete silence.
I know. We should be talking. And you know what? This is my show. I should be. So my the Wi-Fi is coming. The upgrade is coming next Wednesday, Harry. But I won't be here. I'll be in Maine. So I'm gonna have to leave it in the hands of my children to make sure it happens.
Oh God.
I know. Jesus. Although Margot is good, so she'll be here.
Okay, and thanks to Yale New Haven Hospital for providing support for the radio station, for this program, for other programs. That's the line I have to say every once in a while.
Oh, okay.
We just want to thank Yale New Haven Hospital.
Thank you, Yale New Haven Hospital, for providing support for this radio station and the shows that it provides.
Hey, there you go. You see, Babz says it a whole lot better than I do. So I'll send Babz the line.
Send more money, Yale. Throw some more money our way so we could do more stuff. So we can do more epic, cool stuff.
That would be nice. We're willing to put on some jetpacks and go flying.
No, I'm not doing that, Harry. But I'm sure there are people in the community who will be happy to do it.
I said we. I should have said Babz.
No. You should have said Harry. Harry likes trying new things. I'm not doing that.
My limitation.
Oh, Harry, you're frozen on my screen. Why are you frozen?
You don't see me?
I see you. You're just frozen.
Oh.
Harry, I'm going to go from 25 to 70 on my Wi-Fi. I don't even know what that'll do for me.
Frontier.
Yes. I know.
Well, it triples your Wi-Fi connection. It doesn't mean that it's going to reach further into your home. That's why it's important that they position the modem in the right location.
I may have to take the modem out of my my bedroom. Like I may have to just take it out of my bedroom and center it here in my kitchen or something.
Yeah. That's why you have to remind your kids. Don't let them leave it in your bedroom.
Yeah. But don't they need to hook it to my television?
Well, the thing is, okay, so it's all about depending on where their main line comes into the apartment.
Or maybe I need how about if I just say, you know what, I need a Wi-Fi extender.
You could say that, but it's not the end of the world for them to run longer wire into another room.
Okay.
It's more work for them, which a lot of installers are allergic to work. They like to in and out. But yeah, it's important that you actually make sure that they centralize it and that they test the corners of your home with, you have to ask them to analyze the Wi-Fi signal.
Wow.
But but just to show you in comparison, you're gonna move up to 70, probably 75 megabits, and I'm at 1,000. That's what.
What? Oh. So I am nowhere near.
Yeah. So, and also, and I have what's called the mesh system. So I have a main router and extenders all over the home because they're
Mhm.
it's part of a mesh network. So all of the satellites, I have 3 different satellites that are located, one in the basement, one in the kitchen, one in the living room, and one upstairs. So I get coverage everywhere.
Wow.
My coverage, actually, a friend of mine across the way gets my Wi-Fi. He's like, "Whoa,
I think everybody in your complex could get your Wi-Fi, Harry.
you get good Wi-Fi."
Like, how do you get a like? How, who do you have?
Well, it's Comcast. Comcast, I'm right below the business. Um, so I'm one below the business connection. So
So why does Frontier can't go that high? Like,
no, Frontier is a totally different animal, right? Um, when Frontier first came out, it used to be Uverse, AT&T Uverse.
yeah.
So it was AT&T Uverse. When AT&T Uverse brought it into Connecticut, into our area, they promised fiber optic connections. They never got to do that. So what they did is that they incorporated their system into your current phone line. So your current skinny little phone line is what carries your internet, your phone, and everything. So everything actually causes a disruption to your internet. So if you're on the phone while on the internet,
And
everything.
I don't even have a phone line. Like, I don't have a hard wire, a landline.
So if you're watching TV while on the internet, that's causing a little internet disruption too, because it's all traveling through that small little line. Now Comcast uses the coax, so it's capable of doing so much more on that coax. So it's able to do TV and data, and it doesn't disrupt anything.
Hmm.
You know.
I'm gonna have to switch up, Harry. I'm gonna have to give up Frontier.
Now, if they ever bring fiber optic to our areas, that would change the game for everybody because fiber optic actually is 25 to 40% faster than what Comcast gives you. And Comcast gives you a lot. So,
Hmm.
and there you go, your education.
I appreciate the education, Harry, because I needed it. But I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna. I think by the first of the year, I'm gonna give up Comcast. I'm gonna give up Frontier, and I'm gonna go back to Comcast.
Yeah, that's the best thing.
Yeah, I think that's my next.
It's the best thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Comcast, and I just need Wi-Fi, right? Well, I like having a, but I have a Fire Stick now, so I think I might take you up on that whole get rid of the get rid of the channel thing and just stay with Wi-Fi and get. I have a Fire Stick and get an antenna for my local channels and just be done with it.
If you get an antenna, there's so many free channels that are just in the atmosphere right now. Everybody, you get depending on your location. You're in New Haven, so you would get direct access to New York, Boston, and the Connecticut channels.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do in January, Harry. I'm gonna make that move. I'm gonna shut this down and just just stick with my Wi-Fi.
It's called cord cutting.
Yeah, I'm a cord cut. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Harry. I'm gonna look around for the best deal for an antenna.
Yep.
And, see who makes a good one. And I'm gonna cut the cord in January and just get Comcast Wi-Fi. See, because you're still frozen on my screen. Like, yeah, you haven't moved.
Everything's good over here. So let me play some music. We'll be right back. You're listening to. Oh, I was gonna say breaking news. Sorry.
No, you wasn't. Now that was shameless.
Listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WN. Oh.
Is attempting to reach you on your iPhone.
The wife is
reach you on your iPhone.
All right, well, are you queued up, Harry?
Oh, I just lost connection with the studio. Hold on, let me.
Oh no.
Stay on, Babz, because the studio has the music.
Okay. All right. So, well, it's a rainy day in New Haven. It's a rainy day in the neighborhood. A rainy day in the neighborhood. A rainy day. A rainy day. A rainy day in the neighborhood. So I got HBO because Markeisha talked me into watching Lovecraft. So I'm gonna start watching Lovecraft. So I'm 3 shows behind. So I'm gonna start watching Lovecraft on HBO. That's what I'm gonna do, Harry. And Harry, yesterday when I was driving through town, I did not hear us on air. And I was like, and I was in Hamden, which is, you get the station very, very good in Hamden. So I don't know what was happening. I was like, nobody's listening to us. Some other station is in our spot. Anyway, that's where we are. And then yesterday, Harry, I was supposed to be in Hartford to tape my award for the virtual award show for the Connecticut Grade 8. And I wasn't able to do it because I did not see the flurry of emails. And so when she called me at 3:00 and said, are you coming? I was like, coming where? She's like, we're taping the. I was like, oh, there you are. See, now you're moving about. So I missed it. So I'm hoping they could work this out. Like, I'm hoping that they can work me out.
Hello, the wife is attempting to reach you.
Well, another God wife.
Oh, I hear you. I hear it says the wife is trying.
Yeah, I had to disconnect from the studio and reconnect this way.
Oh, is it working? Is it working now?
It's working now.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Oh! Sugar Hill Gang.
To the hip hop, the hip to the hip hop. You don't stop the rocker to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought 2 friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Check it out, I'm the CASN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1" and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. I got bodyguards, I got 2 big guards that definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental Continental and some new Cadillac. So after school, I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Hear me talking about checkbook, credit cards, more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker or a bum from the rock and not a dime till I made it again. Everybody go, hotel, motel, what you gonna do today? Is I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go, hotel, motel, holiday inn. You see, if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. I'm Master G, my mellow is on you, so what you gonna do?
Well, it's on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper that ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting and you're sitting. Then damn, they start doing the freak. I said bam, I ride it out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You rock it to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You rock it to the beat without a care. Cruise the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of rhyme eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. Sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, give it, pop, the pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, yo. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep in stride, cause all I'm here to do is just a wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, yo, throw it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jiggles in your behind. I say the 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls, get it on the floor. Come alive, yo, give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for?
To the hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rock it to the bang bang, the boogie, say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Well, skittle bebop, we rock a Scooby Doo, and guess what? America, we love you, cause you rock and a roll with us so much so you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Rock it out, baby bubba to the boogie, bang bang, the boogie to the beat. Beat is so unique. Come on, everybody, and dance to the beat. Hip hop, you don't stop. Rock it out, baby, bubba to the boogity bang bang, the boogie to the boogity beat. I say I can't wait to the end of the week when I rap it to the rhythm of a groovy beat. An attempt to raise your body heat or just blow your mind. So with that you can't speak or do a thing but a rock and a shuffle your feet and later change up to a dance called the freak. And when you finally do come into your rhythmic beat, rest a little while so you don't get weak. I know a man in Hank, he has more rhymes than a serious bank. So come on, Hank, I'll sing that song to the rhythm of the boogie, the bang bang, the bomb. Well, I'm the dimp, the ladies pimp, the women fight for my delight. But I'm the grand master with the 3 MCs that shock the house for the young ladies. And when you come inside into the front, you do the freak spank and do the bump. And when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Trent's trio, or when the serious joiner from sun to sun and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme because they say that miracles never cease. I've created a devastating masterpiece. I'm gonna rock the mic so you can't resist. Everybody, I say it goes like this. When I was coming home late one dark afternoon, reporter stopped me for an interview. She said she's heard stories and she's heard fables that are vicious on the mic and the turntable. This young reporter I did adore, so I rocked the vicious rhyme like I never did before. She said, damn fly guy, I'm in love with you. And Casanova legend must have been true. I said, by the way, baby, what's your name? Said I go by the name Lois Lane, and you can be my boyfriend, you surely can. Just let me quit my boyfriend called Superman. I said, he's a fairy, I do suppose, flying through the air in pantyhose. He may be very sexy or even cute, but he looks like a sucker in a blue and red suit. I said, you need a man who's got finesse and his whole name across his chest. He may be able to fly all through the night, but can Can he rock a party till the early light? He can't satisfy you with his little worm, but I can bust you out with my super sperm. I go do it, I go do it, I go do it, do it, do it. And I'm here, and I'm there. I'm Big Bang Hank, I'm everywhere. Just throw your hands up in the air and party harder like you just don't care. Let's do it. Don't stop, y'all. Take a top, y'all. You don't stop. Go home, tell, motel. What you gonna do today? Someone get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go home, tell, motel, holiday in. You say if your girl starts acting up, then you take a friend.
We're gonna tether roof off the mother sucker. Tether roof off the sucker. Tether roof off, we're gonna tether roof off the mother sucker. Tether roof off the sucker. Tether roof off, we're gonna tether roof off the mother sucker. Tether roof off the sucker. Tether roof off, we're gonna tether roof off the mother sucker. Tether roof off the sucker.
You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. How we want the bump, give up the bump. How we
This is Harry Drills, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, New Haven.
minus you is such a lonely
Are you back on? We back on air? Harry, you're gonna have to go down to New Haven and get all that equipment, aren't you? Is that your goal?
I don't know. I have to talk to the engineer because it has to work exactly like the studio. So
Okay.
it might not be as soon as I would like it. So,
Mm.
but yeah, I was just actually while we go on break, I was reading the business news on MSN.
Oh, I was reading about the next group of Dancing with the Stars.
Let's see what the stars. But Macy's is
Same thing.
Macy's is gonna be opening storefronts. They're gonna
What do you
be
mean?
away from the mall. So Macy's plans to roll out of smaller stores away from the mall. So they closed a lot of they closed 125 stores around.
I didn't know that. I knew Lord and Taylor closed all their stores, Harry.
Yeah, so
Malls are going the way of the dinosaur, Harry.
yeah, what they're doing is that they're gonna try doing small storefronts and see how that works out. They say they're still in the big malls of, of America and stuff like that. And the stores do well in the big malls, but not in the smaller.
Yeah, these little, yeah, I know what you mean. Well, you know what? If they could break out the plus size into a boutique type storefront, you know what I mean? Where plus size could go and everything is plus size, I'm their girl.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what Macy's kind of coined it that way. Basically, boutique stores is what they're doing, and
That's what I would do that. And if they did one just for housewares like pots and pans and linens and stuff, I would do that. You know who does that, Harry? When I was in Paris last year, Zara. You know Zara? I don't know if you know Zara, but Zara is a European model of department store. And they have one in New York now. But in Paris, on the Champs-Élysées, they have the store, and then they have a separate store for like the home stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the decorative accessories, home sheets, linens, towels. It's a whole separate store. And it's just a few doors down from the clothes store. So I was like, all right, I'm feeling this.
yeah, I mean, and Bloomingdale is doing the same thing. They're moving away from the malls, and
You know what they could turn these malls into, Harry? Because I've seen them do it. Housing. Like they can make some really innovative housing. Because they've done that with some malls, Harry. They've made housing.
they did it right there downtown New Haven.
No, well, separate store. And it's just a few doors.
Sorry, that was me.
I know I've seen it in other parts of the world. Like I've seen them do it with they did it with Alzheimer's patients, so they can have like they've recreated a town within the mall so that people with Alzheimer's can feel like they are going outside but not really be outside. Like they feel like they're in a town but they can't really be like that. But I've seen them do it. I think there's a couple of famous ones where they've taken abandoned malls and turned them into like houses, little mini apartments and things like that. I was like, that looks pretty good. So you can create a whole community. That's just getting us ready for the zombie apocalypse, I say. But all right.
Well, I guess you could. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could create little bubbles, right?
Yeah.
Where, and especially with COVID, right? And what you do is you test everybody before going in the bubble, and then you have little communities who are safe. That's gonna be the future. We're gonna live on Earth like we're living on Mars or something like that, where we're in bubbles and the oxygen is gonna kill us if we go outside.
All right, let's not become the show of doom and gloom.
Facebook just sent me a message.
What?
Your live video will be stopped soon if you continue to broadcast music.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they can't stop us from singing.
If you karaoke,
I know.
it's different. They
Yes.
stop it because you're singing and you're doing karaoke,
Mm-hmm.
which is different. So maybe when we play music, we'll just sing.
The double Dutch bus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was going to tell you something. I can't remember what it was. It was something I wanted to say. Now I can't remember. See, this is what happens when you start to age. And it's like, what is going on? What is going on?
And let me just say some more business news because
Yes, say some more business news because I think it was something in relationship to that.
because the mortgage rates are really low, right?
Yeah, but you can't afford it.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the mortgage rates, when they give you these low mortgage rates, like you'll see 15-year mortgage rates for 2.5%, which is like insane, right? Yeah, but when they give you those mortgage rates, when they publish those, it's based on a person who has a 740 credit report
Yeah.
higher,
Yeah.
right? So they don't tell you if you're at 650 and you're working on your credit, you ain't got no hope of getting this.
No, actually 650 is a pretty good credit score, Carrie. It's when
good.
you drop below 600, that's when it becomes.
It's good, but not for these rates.
Oh, not for the 2%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they publish.
Yeah.
So if you have to be 700 and up to even smell those scores, those rates. So it's different. But even with that, let's say you're at 600, 650, there's still rates out there that you could get.
Yeah.
That are still great because you're 5-6%. I remember when we first got our mortgage, getting 9% was great. Was like,
I know, Harry. I remember I think the first house I bought, the first condo I bought, the first house we bought, I want to say it was like 10, 11% or some ridiculous thing. And then I remember that second house, the first house that Lawrence and I bought, I want to say, Harry, it was like 6%. And then we refinanced it to like 4.5 or some old mess. When I bought my house on Bellevue, I want to say it was at 7%. I think 7% was like really good at that time. And I think I refied down to like 6.2 or something. That's the last time. So yeah. I mean, if I was in the market to buy a house, now would be a good time. But I'm not because I know what I want the next time. There's a couple of things that I want. The next thing I want, Harry, either I position myself and I buy a multifamily property, or I just straight out buy me a piece of property on the beach. I want a beach house before I die.
I don't know about that. They say the seas are rising.
I don't care, Harry. They're not going to rise before.
I don't want to be.
Don't kill my dream, Harry. Don't kill my dream.
Well, then, if you're there, why not move to Louisiana? And
No. I can't live in the red states, Harry. I need a beach house in a blue state.
Or you move into New Orleans.
No.
New Orleans is blue.
I know, but that's just New Orleans. I need the whole state, Harry.
That's right. You have to travel outside.
Yes, Harry. Yes, I got to travel outside of New Orleans, and I need the whole state to be blue, right? So I cannot. So and I want a piece of property outside this country.
Outside.
I'd like a piece of property in Costa Rica or, in the Caribbean or a chateau in France. I really like a chateau, Harry. One of these ones that you could work on a little bit. I don't need one that's already so dilapidated that's going to take me 20 years to fix. No, but I one that's in a little bit of disrepair, so I could do a little something to it. But And I'm on these websites, Harry, where you can, France is wanting people to buy these chateaus because the families that it belongs to, they can't afford them. The aristocracy. Well, we don't call it aristocracy anymore. The monarchy, people that come from the monarchy, right? They can't afford, because the titles mean nothing these days, right? Duke and Duchess,
Yeah, I mean,
Count. They don't mean anything.
France over the last, I think, 10 years have lost close to 14 million people who have exited because they can't afford it.
They can't afford it. But if I this is my dream, Harry. If I win Powerball for like some ridiculous amount of money, then I could buy a chateau that I could work on and remodel and maybe turn it into like a B&B, but but a very specific kind of B&B where my friends and the people who they know could come and stay. That's it.
Well, if you win Powerball and you build something in France, but then maybe I would visit France.
You should come visit, Harry. I know you'll come visit. You wouldn't come visit me, Harry. I'd make you feel so at home.
I would if you do something like that.
I would do something like that, Harry. I really would love a chateau in the French countryside. I really would. That is really I follow the Chateau Gaudin on Facebook, and these people, I guess they're from New Zealand or wherever the hell they were from. They bought this chateau, Harry, that came through the royal family, like it has some ties or whatever. And it was like all kinds of things over the thousands of years. And they bought it and they've been restoring it. So they've been restoring it and it's a love story. And I bought their book on it. And the book was so beautifully packaged, Harry. They had candle embossed it, wax embossed it. They sent me a handwritten note in French. And then I bought Andrew one. I bought one for me and I bought one for him. And then and sent it to him. He was so moved by it.
We got some breaking news, Babz.
What, Harry? What?
From ABC News.
Somebody died?
No, the German government has verified that Alex Navalny, the Russian opponent to Vladimir Putin, was in fact poisoned.
They should have listened to this show. We told them.
It's like, what? Okay, I guess we broke news a long time ago.
Harry, we are the authorities on Russian terrorism and poisoning.
They should come to us. We'll tell them not to take a plane while you're running against Putin. Mm-mm. Not to eat food that you haven't secured yourself.
Right. Like you haven't either grown it or I don't even trust growing it because they could poison the sand. They could poison the soil.
Not even if it doesn't come from your mother or your wife, don't eat it. Just drinking wine on a plane? Are you insane?
And you ain't opened the bottle?
Yeah.
And you didn't pick the bottle? You have to be able to pick your own bottle. Listen, you ought to come with your own bottle.
I know.
Harry, they don't even know. Listen, if these people can kill a father and his daughter on a park bench in Paris
because they touched
in broad daylight.
No, it turns out that they touched something in the supermarket that they normally go to.
Yes, Harry. Can you imagine what kind of planning that takes?
Exactly. So they have to study forever and then know that you go down this aisle and you grab this can.
Yes, because Tuesday is broccoli. You're gonna pick up some produce because that's what you do on Tuesdays. You're gonna pick up. Yes.
But you can't have Taco Tuesdays. You can't. You have to change it up every once in a while. Make it Taco Thursdays because they're waiting for you to grab that taco meat on Tuesday.
Or what about the guy they got in New York, Harry? Remember the guy who was in the hotel and they got him in the hotel? I was like, see.
I could help him out.
We can help him, Harry. We listen, we change up your whole profile for you.
That's right.
I don't, you know what? You got to be some kind of fool to run against that guy and think that he's not going to kill you. I damn if you think it's 2020 and those, you know, it's a new day. What day? What day you think is new? He ain't rolling in a new day, Harry.
I wouldn't even trust the water coming out of my faucet.
What? Harry, listen, these people got to be thinking, Putin is an old KGB operative. What? They specialize in poison, Harry. They got poison that they ain't even on the books no more.
I mean, he basically, you have to DNA test your daughters every day just to make sure they're your daughters.
Yes.
Make sure they didn't swap them out.
See, people think we just being foolish, but they don't know the depths to what these people will do, Harry. And this is how people like this win and get away with it, because people can't believe the length to which they will go to do you in. They're not going to just send nobody to shoot you, Harry. They don't play like that. That's too easy. They have a whole plan.
And the thing is that their memory is very long.
Long.
Don't think, whoa, a year has passed. I'm good. These people ain't gonna do nothing to me. No.
Nope.
You know, you could be on your deathbed dying of cancer, and they will make sure they're the ones who kill you, not the cancer. You know, their memories are very
like he was in hospice for cancer, but somehow or other he was poisoned.
That's it.
What?
They'll make sure that they're the reason you die.
Like he was gonna die anyway, but they killed him anyway.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. You can't sleep on them, Harry. You cannot. And people do. People think, oh, it's a new day. That's old, you know, that's old world stuff. Not for them. Not for them, Harry. And you see that old world espionage works.
It still works, right?
Still works.
It still works for them because that's their life. They still live in that communist mindset that they have to dominate the world, that they have to take over the world. And
they vowed when you know what, when that wall came down, Harry, when the Soviet bloc broke up, when the USSR no longer existed, and you know USSR is pretty much Russian backwards, right? When they said, when that wall came down, those old cats vowed that they were gonna make the world pay for that, and they were gonna reunite. And damned if they not slowly marching to do that. That's why they marched on them little countries that think they were independent.
Yeah, I know a Russian American, and he's gonna go crazy right now that I mentioned him. But and I won't say names, but he
Harry, you don't gotta say their names. They already know who you're talking about.
I know. And he constantly reminds me how Gorbachev was a traitor for agreeing to end the Cold War with Reagan. They still hate him to this day.
Yeah.
And they look, Gorbachev is still alive, but they want to kill him. And that's what I mean. You're going to think Gorbachev died of natural causes? Nope.
Poison. The poison. Poison is going to get him.
They'll make sure they get there 5 minutes before he croaks. Natural causes.
I'm Harry. I believe everything you said.
It's crazy.
I know it.
And these people are.
They're not gonna stop.
They won't stop. And this person is pretty crazy. He said some crazy things to me, and I go, I don't understand how you're American.
This is why they never progress in the world. This is why they don't lead in anything in the world. This is why they don't have technological anything, because they're so busy trying to be vindictive and mean. They're too busy trying to be assassins that they don't put enough time and energy in things that matter to their country. This is why their people are starving. This is why their economy. This is why they don't have enough money to pay. Listen.
Yeah, but you know, their big mistake. They're making the same mistake they did with Hitler, right? So Stalin thought if he cozied up to Hitler, Hitler wouldn't come for him.
Yeah.
And no, Hitler
I don't know why these dictators think that there's some loyalty in dictatorship.
so Hitler was coming for them. So and they're doing the same thing now. They're cozying up to China, thinking China won't come for them.
No, I don't trust anybody, Harry. Listen, let me tell you something about China. I don't trust anybody that can make a toilet that have a disco, it has a color. Do you see the stuff that they invent, Harry? I don't trust people that can invent stuff every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, they got a new invention for stuff. They got an invention that things that are wash your clothes on you. I don't see why do you need that? But that just tells you they are always working on stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not for their people.
No, that's what I mean. So look how dependent they made the world on their junk.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you go, I look at videos of China all the time and see how the real people are living and everything. And let me tell you, some of these people are persecuted for actually putting out these videos.
Oh yeah.
And their people don't live nothing close to what everybody thinks. Oh, China makes this, China makes that. Yeah, but it's not for their people. A lot of their people are suffering.
Oh, the majority of their people are suffering, Harry. The majority of their people are suffering, you know.
So these people go and they work. I shouldn't say work. It's slavery over there. And they, after an 18-hour shift, they go and they lay on the ground, some of these people.
Yeah. Wait, Harry, let me tell you, the work conditions are such that if they say we need people to work the weekend straight, you work the weekend straight. There's no, and they're not paying you overtime. Because the thing is, you should be grateful you have a job. And if you're not grateful, we'll get somebody else in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad when you see a lot of that stuff. And still, we have American companies
who want to do business like that.
Who are, these are 8-year-old kids, Bella's age, working over there. Yeah.
Did you see the American Factory, the Michelle and Barack Obama's documentary, Harry? Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Harry, it's on Netflix. You should see it. That'll give you a good sense of it'll give you a good sense of just what we're talking about. And why it's so bad for them over there. American Factory. You have to see it, Harry. I watched that thing. I felt like I felt so bad for those people that I was like, I see why they get hit for human rights, poor human rights.
But China gets, China's on those committees in the UN, right? So, and they have veto power. So you say, so the majority of those committees say China's a human rights violator, and China vetoes.
No, we're not.
How does the rest of the world allow them to have such power?
Wait, Harry. No, we're not.
And then China turns around and will vote against the United States, against Europe, and call them human rights violators. But not them.
No, we're not.
We'll veto that. But
Harry, and they show these old people, Harry. These old people, because it's a manufacturing factory where they make glass or some old mess or whatever they make, some kind of hybrid glass. And they show these old people in this big courtyard sorting glass, Harry, with no eye protection, no, and you know, they're not wearing shoes, you know, they're wearing like flip-flop kind of things. And these old people, and they're sitting on all these piles of glass, Harry, because they have to work and they're elderly. And I'm thinking, we would never see that in this country. Like nobody would allow for that.
Yeah, but it's kind of like we allow it, right? Because we want our cheap products. We want
what that's it. We co-sign every time we buy stuff from China. I mean, a lot of it too, Harry, is, you know, if you don't know what's going on in another country, that's one thing. But once you find out, you have to make a decision in those moments. Like, do I want, you know, do I want this because it's cheap? Because that's how China gets everybody. That's how it's like crack. That's how they seduce the world, with these cheap ass products.
Yeah.
You know, that's why they're in Africa now, right? They're in Africa with these cheap ass products, making cheap ass kente cloth and all this other kind of stuff, right? And then selling it back to Africans. And I'm like, what?
It's really bad. They're buying up Africa right now. And I mean, I don't know how the rest of the world could stop it, but they're buying up all of Africa's natural resources.
Yes. I mean, not all the countries, but enough countries, Harry. I mean, you know, Africa is a huge continent.
Yeah.
And they're not everywhere, but they're in enough places where you do have to like look at them. Like they was just trying to do that in Jamaica too, right? They went over to Jamaica, they brought their little money, they put in roads, they opened a plant, they employed people, right? Because that's what happens. You start employing people, they start making a decent living, Harry. Nobody wants to give that up. You know, you're making money where there was no money to be made before. And then what happened? Then they start doing all this ridiculous stuff. Now they're like, we're going to tell you what to do. We're going to make Jamaica what we want Jamaica to be. So Jamaica had to like put them out.
You know, that's why right now Europe is in the process of going, whoa, what do we do? Because they signed up for the 5G and all of that stuff. Europe actually signed up for all that stuff. And now they're realizing that China's just embedding themselves into their lives.
But that's what it is, Harry. You know, I mean, it really is. And, you know, not for nothing, Harry, these dummies over there, these dummies over there that signed on to this Brexit, these old people that were so afraid, I'm like, the world is changing. You don't want to go backwards. You know, they're so afraid. Oh, we want to make it on our own. We don't want immigrants. We don't want. I'm like, yes, you do. Who you think is gonna help you fight back against all that foolishness? Oh, don't get me started, Harry.
No, it's crazy.
I'm gonna start to sound like you, but on the other end of the spectrum.
You know what? It's something that's happening to Latin America too, right? So you have China now saying, hey, free, we're going to give you this free. We'll give you 5G free. All you got to do is let us have a base.
Yeah.
Here. And a lot of these, Argentina gave them, you know, space to make a base and all of that. And it's sad that they're getting taken by China's money, which, by the way, China's money is basically our money. We buy everything from China,
and we owe them money.
Yeah, so we
owe them so much money.
We're funding China's dominance of the world.
And then they say to us, we don't want your products, America. Ladies for y'all. Yeah. We don't want your mess.
Oh, no, you can't sell here.
No, we don't want your big cars. We don't want your stuff. We don't want any of it.
Like, you can't sell here, but we want to sell everything.
Everything. And we do. And we take pride in getting cheap stuff.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. How do you reverse that, though, Babz? How do you reverse Americans wanting cheap stuff?
Because you know what? This is why these little patriot people that run around talking about patriotism, they don't even know what patriotism is. You know, the very car that you drive is not American made. them damn jeans you have on, that damn hat you have on that says "Make America Great Again" ain't even made in America. So what are you talking about patriotism? You better learn some Mandarin because that's what's going to happen. Go home and look at all the stuff in your house is made in China. And I'm not bashing China, Harry. Listen. I'm not bashing them for their business model, but I think there has to be some balance. There really has to be some balance. And, these American corporations that sold out Americans, because that's what they did, Harry, to run over there and to open plants under conditions that they know damn well they couldn't open plants here, right? Why would an American company want to go over there and pay people nothing? Why? Because you can't do that here. Like, what happened to, we want everybody at the table to eat. We want everybody to do well. I don't just want my company to do well. I want everybody who works for me to do well. I don't want to hear about my employees having to sign up for state welfare because we refuse to pay them anything and we refuse to cover their health care. So we run our stuff to third world nations and then to China and third world nations and Eastern European countries, because we know that they're poor and they can work for whatever we say they'll work for. That's not American.
Let me make a correction. I said Argentina, but it's actually Venezuela.
Venezuela, yes, Venezuela.
Ecuador.
Yeah.
Chile and Bolivia.
Yeah.
Bolivia. They signed agreements with China. It's called the China's Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes, they was trying to do that in Jamaica, Harry. That same deal. We'll come in. We'll build some infrastructure for you. Because they know these people know they need it, right? Because their government's on collapse. They take out these loans, Harry, with China that they know they can't ever pay back. That's what Africa did too. You got a country full of hungry people and somebody's showing up with a fruit basket. What you gonna do? And the rest of the world already thinks you're trash, so they're not trying to help you.
It's crazy.
This is what Sting was talking about, Harry. He was talking about how come the developed nations of the world won't go in and help the developing nations of the world and help them forgive that debt so that they wouldn't be beholden like that, so they wouldn't be held hostage. That was Sting's platform before he died. He was running he was having those conversations for about 40 years.
But the thing is that they don't trust the West and the developed nations. They trust communist China because a lot of these countries actually have communist leaders. So it kind of they give China a pass because they believe what China believes.
Yeah, but there's only two communist countries left in the world: China and Cuba.
Dominant. Russia still.
Well, Russia. They don't really say they're communists anymore, Harry. They sort of flirt around with some loose kind of language.
Babz, everything we've said about Russia, and that's the biggest insult you just did. You just left them off the list. So you got to watch yourself. They said, we're a communist nation.
I know, right? I'm sorry. No offense. No offense. If you want to say you communist, okay.
Special poison for you, Babz.
I know. Let me start changing up my routine. Let me start changing up my routine, Harry, because they will get me. I ain't trying to be got like that. I'm not trying to be got. Yeah, so
they're increasing their stake in South and Central America. I don't know. I mean, how do you stop these countries from being susceptible to China?
Well, I mean, you stop it. Well,
you can't go to war. You can't.
See, the way that you stop it, Harry, because I think President Obama had a good sense about this. I think every president up until this president had a good understanding of at least keeping them at bay, right? Keeping them at bay. I don't know if you can stop them because Americans like cheap stuff, Harry. They want new TVs They want these big 60-inch screen TVs for $200. They want.
You gotta admit, Babz. You gotta admit that is a big, bait on the hook.
I know, Harry, because I'm in Walmart too, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, 60 inches for $269?
Yeah.
I said, as a matter of fact, last Christmas when they had the Christmas sales, I got 2. I said, what?
But that's it, Harry. I mean, it's that kind of seduction.
Yes, it's easy,
and it makes poor people feel like they can afford some luxury.
Yeah. And the thing is that how do you not go into Walmart when you know that you could feed your family for the month?
Yeah, that's the thing, Harry. See, that's what I mean. It's a difficult, once we open that door, it is very difficult because you're right. Because I've gone to Walmart, Harry, to make my money go farther. Yeah. And I've hated every minute, and I know what the deal is. And it has given me great pause. But when I was newly divorced and I had to feed my children, 4 little kids, and I'm trying to feed them on child support, and I wasn't working, right? I was like, okay, do I go to Stop and Shop? Do I go to Walmart, where I could buy 3-4 times as much at Walmart for what I would pay at Stop and Shop?
Yeah.
And guess what, Harry? I could still buy organic vegetables at Walmart.
Yeah.
Right? So it's, I mean, it's gonna take people sort of saying, no, we're not gonna do that. But that's a hard thing, especially when you're in an economic term. Like, people right now are hurting because nobody is working, right? So what are you gonna do?
The same thing with the dollar stores, right? So,
oh my God, and they're the worst, Harry.
Everything from the dollar store, they don't even.
It's from China.
It's from a cave with mold in China. Okay.
They tell you, Harry, don't buy toys from the dollar store because it's made with lead paint.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I seen I forgot what it was, 2020 or 60 Minutes, where they were making aspirin in a cave with mold all around. Yeah. And then they're putting it in the bottles, and guess where those bottles end up?
To the dollar store.
In your dollar store.
And guess who goes to the dollar store, Harry? Poor people and elderly people who are on fixed incomes.
And
I stopped buying medicine out of the dollar because I used to go. I was like, oh, I could get 2,000 pills of ibuprofen for 99 cents.
Yeah. And also the toothpaste is counterfeit toothpaste.
God. I stopped buying that too, Harry. I was like, am I just really putting pure arsenic in my body?
Yeah. I mean, the toothpaste was toxic levels.
Yeah. And telling people, don't use toothpaste, don't buy medicine. I was like, oh, so it's like,
God. But the thing is that they go, you shouldn't buy toothpaste. How about we just close these stores down? They're killing us. Whoa, don't buy. You shouldn't buy. And then you go to the dollar store, everything's 2 days from expiring.
Yeah.
And it's like, or it's expired.
Yeah.
Again,
Harry, when I was raising my babies, I would
So it's like, if you're gonna eat steak, don't buy steak and eat it next week. No, it's expiring tomorrow.
Right.
So,
right.
But that's the thing. You're right. I mean, we're addicted to eating cheap, buying cheap, which is the reason why McDonald's and Burger Kings and Wendy's are all in existence, right? Because we keep, hey, if you can get 2 burgers for $2,
right?
That feeds 2 of your kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Very true. So you're like, wait a minute. So do I go and buy, go to the supermarket and do some shopping? I don't have $40. Let me go spend $2 on McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
that's real.
and then you have our, you know, our communities who are overweight over this, and it's because we don't have many choices.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very real, Harry. It's very, very real. We have food deserts. Food deserts.
Think about that. You know, food desert, but you have a McDonald's and a Burger King
every corner and a liquor store.
That's right. So think about it. Let's say you have 2 kids and you have a limited amount of funds. Now you know your kids are gonna eat if schools are open. Your kids are gonna eat breakfast and lunch in school. Now, what's easier for you to spend $10 on 2 burgers for $2 for the week, right? So you get $2, $10 you end up spending for their dinner. Yeah, they're eating stuff that's not good for them, but you fed them. Your kids go to sleep.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's quick. Yes. I know. I get it. Been there, done that. I get it.
So, I mean, it's everybody goes, oh, why do you buy stuff that's bad for
I know. Want to shame these people. I was like, what do you mean? Listen, I like to see these people, and I feel this way about congressional leadership. You come and live in these people's situations for a month and see what you do with their budget. Tell me what you do with that money that they get. See what you do. You know, I want to see you make some magic with that. I want to see you buy organic broccoli with $10 to feed a family of 5 or 6 or 3 or whatever it is. Help me.
Yeah, you know, I've been there 10 times over. When Karen and I started working 3 jobs, making $3.10 an hour, you know, and trying to figure out how we're gonna pay for the roof over our head and get some food in.
Yeah.
You know, so it is hard. It is.
So hard. So you buy the staples. And luckily for us, Harry, we come from cultures that, you know, we always got rice in the house. It's always rice. There's always some beans, right? You know, we come from that culture, right? That's why when I see poor white people, they don't know what to do. I was like, poor black and brown people know what to do. We'll keep a piece of meat in the refrigerator, right?
Well, the good thing is, right? So that's exactly what we used. The first thing we used to buy as food is go buy a 20-pound bag of rice.
That's right.
So that there's always rice. That always have something to eat, right? For the month, right? And eggs.
Yes. Eggs
and rice are the poor man's food, but they last.
And a bag of dried beans.
Yeah.
I grew up, my mother kept dried beans. I never really understood it until I was raising my own family. And I was like, you know, Harry, you could buy a big bag of dried beans and that'll take you through the winter. Because you can make soups, you can make stews, you can do all of that. And then you could add rice to give it some substance and a piece of meat some kind of way so that you can either flavor it or and chicken. Always had chicken, right? Yeah, my mother would go get an old chicken, you know, like an old chicken. And you could boil the bones down, and you got your stock for your soups. You got your stock for your. Oh, I mean, just you know.
Let me tell you, I grew up on the soup. I still love it to this day. I won't complain about how my mother raised me on the limited budget she had.
Oh.
Because she fed me.
That's right.
You know, so I mean, it's the hardest thing in the world. And I totally understand how hard you have to work to get out of that hole and everything. And it's hard. And the pressures of society and certain people looking at you. Certain people won't give you jobs because of the way you look. Certain people won't. It's just so hard. And this is what I was talking about the other day. When does it stop being that hard just to get started?
Yeah.
Because the thing is that once a person gets started on the road to success or to, you know, a basic livelihood, they usually stay on that road. But it's the getting started that's the hardest thing for people.
Listen, I feel you. I feel everything. I feel it. That's why, you know, This is why it matters. Politics matters. It matters who is your mayor. It matters who is your governor. It matters, who is your police chief. It matters who sits on your board of education. It matters about housing and housing regulations. I mean, all these things matter, right?
Everything you listed there are the most important things, right? Because all politics is, the saying is all politics is local, but 98% of politics is local. So if you don't go and vote for the people who actually affect your lives every day, then you lose the right to complain.
Yeah. And I mean, I agree with you, Harry. I just, as much as I appreciate a presidential election, and I do, and God knows we need to change this administration, we also have to be paying attention to what is happening on the local level. We have to pay attention to who's the mayor and who's the governor and all of that.
Yeah, some people only go out to vote every 4 years.
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
They don't care what's going on in their city.
I'm like, your real issues with what's going on locally, because whatever happens at the federal level, it is your resources are allocated by the people on the local level.
Yep.
It depends. You don't like your school system, you don't take that to the White House. You take that to your mayor's office, right? Like, you fight that fight in your neighborhood. You don't fight that fight in Washington. You fight the fight for Washington to make sure the resources reach where you are. But the real fight is how it is allocated is on the local level. That's where you have the, as much as I hate Betsy DeVos and her stupid behind, I also know that you've got to stay on top of what's going on locally. Now, it matters who's sitting in that seat at the congressional level, but it also matters, who is allocating the resources on the local level. So.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, but yesterday there was a rally here in the complex against the association and how it treats most of the people of color here, right? And I've had issues with the condo president for years, and and I fault people like me, because in order to live, I decided I was going to ignore this guy. And, me ignoring allows him to do it to everybody else. Everybody started realizing, everybody thought they were alone.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody decided to ignore the harassment and everything. And yesterday, we realized, oh my God, it's all of us that he's been doing this to. So it was an interesting thing. But one of my neighbors came and knocked on my door and asked me, he asked me, you guys aren't going to burn down the place or anything, right? It's not one of those rallies.
What?
Yeah. So
you mean you should have said like the way y'all do when your sports teams lose?
So I just said, what are you talking about? What kind of rally do you think? And then they just said, oh, never mind. So you're going? I'm like, yeah, we're going. And they left. But it's like, and then we had, some of them went and harassed other people. You have to support the president. You have to support. And it's like this little clique of old white people.
Yeah.
Controlling everybody's lives here.
And that's because everybody thinks that they are individually affected, and they are, but you're not knowing that everybody is being dealt this same hand. And so once you find out that your neighbors who are like you are experiencing this, then you can become a powerful unit. It's like, look at all of us here. It's more of us than there are of them. But as long as they kept us divided, and as long as we kept our attentions to ourselves, then they could keep doing what they were doing.
Yeah, and
this is what power to the people means, Harry.
Yeah, we had the NAACP representative here. We had different people come out and support. But you know, it is interesting how a lot of and you're kind of forced and taught this by society to keep your head down, disregard all the crap that's being thrown at you. You get through it in your own way, and
until you get to the powder keg moment where you can no longer do that.
Right, and I think that's where we're at. But thank God for certain people who decided. It was 6 people who said it can't just be us. Let's reach out to the rest of the homeowners here.
Yeah,
it can't just be us.
Yeah,
and thank God for that. You know, because there were times that I chose, I'm not going to jail today. This guy, you know, and since he stayed out my way, I'm just gonna ignore everything else because he knows I threatened him a couple of times, and touch my car, you're gonna have issues. I'm
gonna have to deal with you.
Yeah, so he stopped doing all that stuff to me, but
because I got Russian connections, dude.
But when we first moved here, it was a constant harassment until I said, no, this touch my property.
I'm gonna have to deal with you. Yeah. It's gonna be dances with wolves.
You know, so yesterday we went through that a little bit, and it's good. We're gonna start meeting more now that we have, people in our community, leaders from our communities who now are aware of the civil rights violations happening here.
All right. Power to the people.
But
Harry's becoming a daggone.
I have no idea. The neighbor just, are you guys gonna burn down the place? What?
No, you mean like when y'all sports teams lose and y'all tear up neighborhoods? You mean like that? Because that's when that happens.
And the funny thing is that this person always has been, hey, how you doing, neighbor? How this? Never showed me signs of racism until yesterday.
That's how it starts, Harry. That's where it is.
So anyway,
all right. That was a good sharing, Harry. Thank you for that. Power to the people. Harry gonna be wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt tomorrow. Your granddaughter's gonna be proud. They already proud. So see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, Harry.
It's not Friday?
No.
With the knife I stop for my left, that be rolling the mad joints. So put your hands in the air, cause there's a party over here. So grab yourself a beer, and we can get our FIFA on. I'm with it, so let me put my big brown beaver on.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org.
So tell me, can you feel the mask coming with the fever?